All right, what is up, everybody? Back for another leg day. Yeah, for me, the weekend is officially over, even though, well, it's a Sunday. This will be posted on Monday, but it's still a Sunday, which is still, I mean, I guess technically the weekend. But yeah, this this officially starts the week back up for me. A tough leg day on Sunday, but yeah, man. I don't know. Let's just see if I can have at least a little bit better of a leg day than I did last Sunday. Uh, Honestly, my focus today is kind of to just get good controlled reps. I mean, yeah, I'd like to hit 10 or 11 at least on the first set. So I don't know, maybe on the first set I'll try to just get as many as I can. Still controlled, but obviously a little, more explosive. And then if I do a second set, well, I will do a second one. But if I do a third one on the second and third, maybe I'll just try to control it a little better and just get however many I can with more control. I don't know. It feels all right, kind of like I did last week. So I honestly, I never squats are so hard for me to gauge how they're gonna go. They just are. I can never tell until really. I used to be able to tell at 405, but now it's even starting to the line's starting to get blurred on that. I don't know. I usually can't ever tell until the first set. Um, but yeah, dude, it sucks because so you know, I had my container full of water, and when I closed the lid, it made the click sound that it always makes whenever it's closed all the way. But so it made the sound, but for some reason, it felt like it wasn't closed all the way. But I was like, it clicked, so it has to be closed. So I throw it in my bag, drive to the gym, get here, and the whole bottom of my bag is just soaking wet, a puddle of water in my bag. So I lost half my water, which sucks because this particular leg day is always the day that I drink the most water. I get so thirsty on this day, so that sucks. But also, it got my belt soaked, so my belt is wet. So when I put it on, it feels, I don't know, it just feels weird because it's wet and it's like grabbing my shirt even more, and I don't know, it's just weird. Um, Little things like, believe it or not, little things like that can mentally kind of fuck with you. They can. And then if you let it, they can throw a whole set off. So I got to try to just ignore that and focus on what I got to focus here to get a good set. But um, make sure I got the right weight on here. Yeah, man. Not much of an intro today. I'm just ready to get into it. Let's try this first set. On a positive note, I got 10. 11, 11 was on the table for sure. Might have been able to do it if I didn't take so long between the 9th and 10th rep. You guys know, man, when you start to get weight on there that's heavy for you in the 8 to 12 rep range, on a squat particularly, and deadlift to a lesser extent, a lot of it becomes cardiovascular, man. If your breathing's not right and you're not in pretty good shape, your cardiovascular will give out and your endurance before your actual muscles. And mine's pretty good, but I'll admit it. My cardiovascular was a limiting factor there. If I could have breathed a little better, probably could have done 11. My muscles were strong enough. Yeah, something I got to work on, you know. That's kind of why I'm doing this. And again, you guys know I took like a month off. Like 3 weeks ago is when I got back into barbell back squatting, and I took like a month off before that. And surprisingly, it took a lot away from me. It did. I remember that first week I come back to this, I squatted. I think I squatted 500 for 5, but it did not feel good at all. I felt way out of my element, felt uncomfortable. So the fact that I even got 5, looking back now, I'm kind of pretty impressed with it. My best is 505 for 7 reps. And I could probably do that right now, but it just doesn't feel, like I said, I took that month off and I'm trying to get back into it, you know? And a good way to do that is heavy sets of 8 to 12, like I said, you know? So I'll try it again. Like always, I'll kind of gauge off the next set if I want to do a third one or not. All right, that was interesting for a couple of reasons. One, I just realized this is kind of what can happen whenever pain goes away. I just realized that my knee not really bothering me as much. Now, when I kind of push on that area, it's still tender, but as far as like when I'm squatting, it took me till just now to notice that, hey, my knee pain is not like it was the past 2 or 3 weeks. So that's good. But the second thing I noticed is that, so I did those 5 reps and I had to stop. And it was because my endurance again. And I was like, okay, I'll just try to get like 7. Apparently, I really need to work on my endurance. So I think I did one more, then another. And I was like, that's still pretty fucking light. Did another, which was 8. I was like, man, that's still pretty light. Did another one, 9. And honestly, on the concentric, as I was coming up, I made that 9th rep a little harder than what it actually was. I kind of slowed down a little bit. I know some of you guys are probably thinking, dude, shut the fuck up. It was slowing down because it got heavy. It actually wasn't. But it was more or less my breathing I was worried about. So I could have went a little faster with that 9th one, but I was like, man, I can do 10 again. I really do think I would have had it, but I was worried that I was, breathing so hard. I was just worried that like the 10th rep, there was a lot of risk there, and it just wasn't worth it to me. If you guys get what I'm saying, like I could have passed out. My form could have got really bad because I was so worried about other things. Just try not to fucking pass out. So yeah, the 10th rep just wasn't. I could have done it, but I don't know. Looking back, I'm kind of like, man, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm kind of like, man, I kind of wish I would have done it now. But in the moment, I think it was the right thing to do. So I honestly might do another set. Yeah. I mean, if you guys can't tell, at least on the first set, the whole first set, and like the first 5 reps of the second one, I'm going pretty slow and controlled. Not slow, but I'm going pretty smooth and controlled. Not a lot of explosiveness, which is even better. Which is better because it's safer, but it goes to show me that if I went faster and more explosive out of the hole, I'm a little stronger than what I initially thought I was at the beginning of this workout. If I was going, bam, bam, bam out of the hole, let's just say this weight would be moving a lot more impressively. That makes sense. But yeah. So might do one more. I'll go slow and controlled, unless it just starts to get so hard that I need to add a little more explosiveness. That's what I did on the second set. I don't know if you guys could tell. After the 5th rep, when I kind of stopped for a second, and then I did the 6th, 7th, 8th, and I did start using a little more explosiveness. So if I have to do that again on this 3rd set, I will. But yeah, we'll probably just do 3 sets of this, and that'll be it here. I got nothing after that. What I do 10, 9, and then 8 reps. Pretty good. let's just not even say anything. That was actually pretty good. Let's move on to leg curls. Recap those 3 sets now that I'm done, settled down a little bit. I can kind of reflect on it. I'm actually very pleased with those 3 sets. I went back and watched them, and the first one I definitely could have done 11. And if I was really pushing and just, treating it like a set where you're just trying to get max reps, like officially to hit a PR or something, I think I could have done 12. But I was going a little faster, but not quite, like I said, not quite fully just banging them out with full explosiveness and just trying to get as many as I can. Kind of in between. So considering that, 10 reps, I'm happy with it. And I did 9 and 8. I lost a rep each time, which is kind of, it's not totally surprising. It's going to happen, especially on something like squats or deadlifts. Like something on bench press where you're not using as much full body. You can probably do sets like that without losing reps, at least for the first couple. Maybe if you do more than 3 sets, you'll start to lose some. But yeah, man, let's do some leg curls now. You guys ever just kind of get in a zone and just kind of start vibing because you had 3 good sets to start. Everything after that is just the cherry on top. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm just feeling good. This is all just going to be at a good bonus to what I just did. And yeah, this song is helping. I'm Under the Influence. For anybody, if you guys know that song, you know exactly what I'm referring to. So Chris Brown. All right. It's got me vibing right now. All right, we'll probably just do 2 more like that with a potential drop set, and then move on leg extensions. You guys already know this is pretty simple stuff after this. Every now and then I'll throw in something different just to kind of keep you guys guessing, like some weighted lunges or something. I don't know. But since those first 3 sets of squat went pretty good, we're just going to kind of not coast, not take it easy, but do stuff a little just simpler. This is just simple stuff. Good way to target my hamstrings. Same thing with leg extensions that'll target my quads. And we'll be done. Oh boy. One more. It's crazy how much tougher that second set can get after the first one. But it's because I only rested like a minute, a little over a minute. But yeah, it definitely does a trick every time that I do that. What do you guys think? Should I do a drop set? I don't even know why I ask. You already know I'm going to. All right. I got nothing to say for that. That was good. Good 3 sets. Let's move on to leg extensions. Again, if you couldn't tell, that set was much tougher than the first one. And that's a product, again, of only resting. I might have rested almost 2 minutes there, but still. And it's weird, dude. On the first set, when I went into that first initial rep, there's a deep burn in my quads. Like they're already sore, and I'm not even done working out. And I'm wondering if that's because I did 3 sets of 455 when my legs aren't used to doing that many sets with that weight anymore, especially for the amount of reps I did. I don't know, but they're already sore, man. Luckily, I only have one more, guys. One more to drop set, and then we'll, I don't know, go see what the legs are looking like always. All right, drop set time. Son of a bitch. Oh man, that's it. 3 good sets there, and a drop set. I'm done. Again, it's not a ton of sets. It's only 9 sets with a couple of drop sets, so we don't want to count that as 9 or 11, whatever. But kind of like I emphasized last week, legs, I gotta kind of make the best of the sets that I do, because I'm not going to do as many until my knee feels fully ready to go 100% again, or at least very, 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 very close. And like I said, right now, when I push on it, it's still tender, but it did feel better doing the squats. So that's a good sign. So I'll keep doing it like this, like I said, until my knee feels right. But let's go pose. Well, my freaking camera does not want to cooperate with me today. I'm trying to get it to where it's angled up just a little more. You know what I mean? Where you see less of my calves. But every time I do it, it's like right where it latches, it kicks down below it. Every time I try to tighten it, it's just, it like keeps going either up too high or down too low on that point. Anyways, whatever. It's good enough. Yeah, but a quick recap. I don't know, I mean, I've already kind of recapped. The squats were fucking good. Really good, actually. The more I sit here and think about it, the more I'm very, very happy with them. And then, like I said, the cherry on top was just getting 3 sets of leg curls, a drop set, and same thing with leg extensions. And I mean, what else can I say, man? It was a good leg day, actually. No knee, like I said, no knee pain during any sets. Even the leg extensions, I had no knee pain. So that's fucking good. Just only whenever I touch it and press on that area, still a little tender. But I think we're heading in the right direction. So, like I said, what else did I say? Let's do some quick posing. If I can do, my legs are, I sat down for like 10 minutes when I got done with my leg extensions because my quads were so pumped up I couldn't even flex them right. And they're still kind of like that. So, I'll do what I can here. Alright, we'll keep it simple today. Honestly, it's just because my quads are so pumped up. Honestly, I'm sitting here flexing them, but there's so much blood in there, I can't see the full detail that I want to see. And that could be a byproduct of the bulk that I've been on for, I don't know, has it been over 2 months? I think it has. So, starting to lose a little bit of detail with it. That combined with all this pump I have, it just looks like a big ball of muscle. There's no detail really. So, we'll call it there.